South Africa. Welcome back to another episode of The Link Up with me, Faiza Stone. But I'm not alone, of course. I'm with my two faves. Ladies, how are y'all?
Hi, Eva Harris here.
Hi, Londi here.
Before we go into today's topic, for you viewers at home, please do subscribe to all our social media platforms at All Day TV and hashtag The Link Up. Now, ladies, we all know that South Africa is a diverse country with the amount of foreign nationals we have here in South Africa. But what is that one thing that makes us all South African?
There's something about the flag. For the fact that it has so many colors, I think it represents that we are different, yet we are one in the sense that we are all,
in other words,
that we all live here, we all try to live in harmony together. It's not as easy, but we're trying. So I think, yes, the Rainbow Nation does say something.
Okay, so there are definitely different cultures in South Africa.
Yes.
So Londi, would you mind telling us more about your culture?
So I'm Zulu. Both my parents are Zulu from KZN. I lived there until maybe I was 4 and then we moved to Johannesburg. But my culture, I think it's interesting, and I always think, what would South Africa be without Zulu people? We told that we are stubborn, we are disrespectful, but I don't think so. Maybe it's because they are my people, I don't know. But I think we are honest, we love people, we are welcoming. It's just that, yes, there are people and we are very stuck to our tradition and culture. But besides that, I think we are very open-minded, especially with the times, people are changing.
No, I like the fact that you brought up stereotypes, because each and every culture has a stereotype.
Yes.
So we are all affected by that, right? So I want you to tell me now, what is it that you do on Heritage Day to show off your culture or to show how proud you are of where you come from?
First of all, I am not South African, which makes it interesting, so we can talk about the stereotype, but as well as that thing that, like, what makes you identify really. So I have very different, like, friends from different cultures, like in different different tribes. So one thing that I've learned in common from each and every one of the South African people was the love that they showed me. You know, it's just you'd see stuff happening maybe on TV. If that's okay to bring up the xenophobia thing. It's not something that I personally experienced from the circles that the people that I'm around, and like all of them are South African people. So it's just that thing that's being the stereotype. I can bring up that thing. Limpopians are basically Zimbabwean or something like that. So I
Why? Because Limpopo is not.
I don't know.
No, like if you look at history now, like most of the people who are actually in Limpopo are actually originally from Zimbabwe, but you need to go back to history for that, and that's a topic for another day. Okay, so if you look at me, right, I'm colored and I am Muslim. I don't have a culture per se, but I do have a religion, right? So ladies, because I don't have a culture, I follow my religion. So my religion basically becomes like my culture. Whatever I do according to religion, right? So what would you say is the difference between culture and religion?
For me, culture is the way of living.
Okay.
And then religion is what you believe.
What you believe in, okay?
Which I think are two different things, but people often think that it's one thing.
It's one thing.
It's almost to say it's like similar in the context that, like, it's an expectation, like or there's spirituality, religion, and if you tie it up all with the culture thing, the thing in common is the fact that there's these cultural expectations that, you know, if you come from this specific background, this is how you're supposed to do. And being Muslim, these things that you're expected to do. So also from my background, I don't really have a culture, like, if I may safely say, because I've seen how, you know, here there's diverse, so many, man. You can see the way on Heritage Day, the dresses and the outfits and stuff. So I don't even have, like, I don't even know, like, you know, what exactly, like, it's just I was like I mentioned in the other episode, the way I was raised up, it's like I'm just a human being, and I pick up learning from things, so I don't have culture tying me down, or all these expectations tie me down. So I'm not sure, like, regarding you guys, South African.
There are things, but especially I think when you have like ceremonies, like maybe a wedding or something, like you're supposed to, maybe the bride is supposed to do this, or if the bride is not Zulu and maybe she's Sutu, but because she's marrying into a Zulu family, maybe she'd have to, like Sutus, I think they slaughter sheep, but Zulus slaughter goats. So I think it's that type of thing.
Okay, ladies, so with this one, I want to go back to my religion. Okay, I know it's not about me, but like I just feel like I need to put this out, right? So a lot of guys, when they approach me, and I'm like, but no, you have to convert first to Islam, because me, as a lady, I cannot leave my religion, right? But everything else we'll do according to how you do it as the husband. The only thing that's gonna be mine, or that I come with, is basically my religion, because that's all I know, right?
Can I come into that?
Yes,
So for like, if I was marrying someone and he goes to a different church than I do, as a wife, I have to change from my church to his church, and it doesn't
with me
work
it's
like
different,
that.
because if you leave, as a lady, if you leave your like Islam for another religion, it's basically like you are throwing your God away. It's like you are like, no, you are disregarding him now. That's why, like, if your husband likes you as a Muslim woman, he should like take you as you are, because the only thing that you know is Islam. So what are you going to teach the kids? You're going to teach them what you know. You don't necessarily know his culture, but obviously you learn as you guys
Get to know each other.
So now, is it a bad thing that for a lady to leave her religion when she gets married and stuff like that? How does that work?
I don't think so. I've had this argument with my father where I was telling him that if I was able to get married and then my husband go to a different church and then I have to now go to his church. I can visit, like, if I want to visit on the day that I feel like, if he invites me or whatever. And he can do the same thing, like, if he wants to come to my church, like, I don't see that we really need to, like, I need to leave my church, because I grew up in my church. I know what my church practices, and I believe in that way, and I like their system. So, like, at an old age, then I have to convert and then learn something else, and okay, maybe I won't be as welcomed there, but it's just that now I have to do it because my husband goes to that church.
Okay, now I hear you.
And the whole identity thing, that like what makes you, really identify as South African, like I'm not sure if you've been outside the country, like maybe it can help.
Well, yeah.
Like what would make you, like, what would make it, so if someone comes, okay, Nigeria is easy because the accent, we pick it up very easily. But like if you'd be in a different place, what would make you like South African?
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking in my head, like regarding the identity.
Okay, so let me share this experience with you now. I once had the opportunity to travel abroad now. So I went to Czech Republic for my uncle's wedding, right? So the people who were at the wedding were like people from Australia, people from Denmark, Copenhagen, people from Sweden, because my aunt is Swedish, right? She's a Swede, I mean. So, at the wedding, it was nice. Okay, my uncle, they don't live according to the Islamic way because they're not Muslims, right? So there was this one song that played. It's called Loliwe by Sahara. And the amount of people that were on the dance floor when that song played were whites. So you can just imagine, because my uncle was so proud that he's from South Africa, he didn't think that it would affect the people at his wedding, and they'd be like, "Oh, what song is this?" They were on the dance floor, like, so that's what at that moment made me like, yeah, man, I love my country.
Thing,
I felt so proud because my
it's like that thing that like it's colorful dance, like it's full of art. It's very colorful.
Yeah,
like it's very colorful.
Yeah.
Like for my personal experience, coming from my country and the experience that I have and had, and then coming this side, like it's a whole lot different. It's almost like it's more free here. Like of course there's racism is still very much alive, but outside of that, it's still very, there's something. This place is diverse, man.
Okay, so I want to draw a question to you because you're from Zimbabwe, like you mentioned. So we don't know. Okay, for me, I don't know because I've never been that side. But what is it that makes you guys Zimbabwean? What is it that you can identify with?
Yeah, currently I feel like I have no identity with what's been happening with my country.
But I think it's also things like food.
Yeah, food. That's true. Clothing. Yeah.
Clothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
music
you
is a
dress.
universal thing because we also listen to music from all over the world.
Yeah.
And they also do. But I think that there's music that you know that this is like home.
Yeah.
And there's food the way you like.
There's also like you feel home. There's something about feeling. Well, I feel home here as well as I feel home at home. But there's something about. It's like that's.
Tell me, what is your favorite dish back home? Like, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food.
Zimbabwean food. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier on asking me what I identify. I was kind of joking that I feel like I don't identify with anything.
Okay.
But language. When I'm around people that like we mutually speak the same language, there's just something that I can even
Shona,
crack
right?
crazy. Yeah, I can crack.
Doesn't
crazy.
Shona from South Africa sound different or sound different from the one
At home.
Yes.
No, it's the same. And also, did you know that like Zim has 16 official languages and
Wow, so
Xhosa and
16
Sotho are part of.
cultures.
Okay, one thing for me is that there's many of us in different cultures, so we try to sort of. It's not the Zulu that I speak back at home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's like
So-
diluted. Oh,
yes,
yeah.
because you
I
try
feel
to
that.
for everyone to fit in and.
But it's like it's like a tricky topic to some extent because it's very diverse.
vast,
yeah.
yeah. So now, with the amount of foreign nationals that we have in South Africa, do you guys think that we'll still remain South Africa as we are with them here? Or do you think that as time goes on, they'll maybe change to our ways or we'll change to their ways and soon we'll become this mixed South African country?
There's a lot to say about that, but for now, I think I don't think it will change. It's just that for me, the only things that as young people we are not into traditional stuff as much as our parents are, and we are not maybe willing to learn or know stuff. Because like I have cousins, they can't even slaughter a cow, or when they slaughter a cow,
Yeah, you will slaughter a cow.
No,
Or
I
if
think
they
it's
see a
those type of
chicken,
things.
they,
Okay, chicken's another issue, guys. I can't even.
you can't even what? Tell us.
I'm even scared to open chicken. So.
You see.
No, I'm terrified of chickens.
Yeah. Okay, so Londi, I just want to go back to you where you said people normally have stereotypes with Zulu people saying that you guys are too stubborn. And which also, when it comes to me now, people will be like, why are you wearing that duck on your head, and things like that. So I don't know, how can we address this thing of stereotype? Because not every stereotype is true, right?
I think it's just getting to know people, being in their social spaces. Being in their spaces, like, you learn a lot from being with someone. Like, I have a vendor friend, so I've never met anyone before prior to that. So I've come to understand, like, vendor people, that they're kind, they're down to earth, they're not as loud as maybe we Zulu people are, but yeah.
Like our director mentioned that people say they transport which are horses, like people from Lesotho eat like horses. So like
So with Zulu people is that it's just, we are uneducated, we are taxi drivers, we are rude, we like fighting. But I don't think so. I really don't. Yes, they are taxi drivers, but another thing that people need to understand or learn is that people learn different languages, or people know different languages, so it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone that is in taxi rank is a Zulu person, but not shying away from the fact that yes, mostly people that are Zulu maybe are taxi drivers, but yeah, it's that we're uneducated, we are rude, we are taxi drivers, but I think when people are kind, they are welcoming, they are fun, they are loud, yes, but it is what it is.
Yeah, people basically say like, we don't believe in God, we wear those long dresses, we are terrorists, we kill people, we use suicide. Boko Haram, all those type of things.
I've
But I
seen
wanna
the
hear
jokes.
from you, like,
from like as a
from
foreigner,
Zimbabwe,
yeah.
What are your type of stereotypes?
First of all, that you can't, that you are kind of invading people's space. That's
Yeah,
number
okay.
one. Number two, that there's that thing that immediately it's almost like people feel sorry for you, but not sorry for you. It's like one of those. There's even a look to it that once you mention you're from Zimbabwe, man, even someone's attitude can change. Yeah, someone change. There are people that can be sorry for you, and then there are people that can just feel like immediately like kind of cringe at the idea that you're from.
Also threatened.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And then another thing is that we're here to steal, and to steal people's jobs.
Yes.
So yeah, that's one of the things that I've personally experienced. There's a lot of my people that I've bumped into like specific areas. So, but I don't know.
Okay, one thing I can say about Zimbabwe people, like they are the best English teachers ever. Like, I am where I am because of my English teachers. Like, I had a Zimbabwean English teacher in high school, as well as when I went to tertiary. And I'm a writer today. I'm not just a journalist, but I write and I do broadcasting and all that, all because of them. They are really good English teachers. So ladies, any last words before we wrap up?
I think it's just a matter of like not being or feeling threatened by other cultures or other people. We get to know people by understanding and being in their social spaces, because there's a lot that you can learn from other people, and actually that we have a lot in common than differences. So I think getting to know one another.
My question to the viewers is maybe who created borders?
Hey, that's a very good question. I wish
Like
I
I've
had
actually
the
never
answer.
researched. I've never
But
researched,
maybe
but I feel like
they do have an answer for us. All they have to do is just follow us on all our social media platforms. It's at All Day TV, and don't forget to hashtag the link up. That is all from us for today. For now, it's goodbye.